have no idea what we're going to do. We just like to keep them on their toes, get up and down.
I was actually looking for a glass of water. I'll have
Maybe
Clint
we
bring
can-
one.
Maybe someone will bring you a glass of water. I have some tea if you want to drink it.
What are we serve?
So thank you, Gary, for inviting us. Gary Kanter and J.W. McClurk. They're going to be playing after us. So we're going to do 5 songs for you. Did I say it wrong? See, Gary's going to keep you all on your toes, too. I wish I was smarter. Wish I was stronger. I wish I loved Jesus the way my wife does. I wish it'd been easier instead of any longer. I wish I had stood where you would have been proud. That won't happen now. That won't happen now. There's a whole lot of singing that's never gonna be heard, disappearing every day without so much as a word now. And I think I broke the wings on that little songbird. She's gonna have to climb to the top of the world now, to the top of the world. I don't have the answers to any of these questions. I don't have no guide to teach me no lessons. And I'd come home in the evening and sit in my chair. They called me for supper, but I never got up. I stayed right there in my chair. There's a whole lot of singing that's never gonna be heard, disappearing every day without so much as a word now. I wanna grab a hold of that little songbird and take her for a ride to the top of the world now, to the top of the world. I wish I had known you. I wish I had shown you all of the things I was on the inside, but I'd pretend to be sleeping when you'd come in the morning to whisper goodbye, go to work in the rain. I don't know why, don't know why. 'Cause everybody's singing, they just wanna be heard, disappearing every day without so much as a word now. And I wanna grab a hold of that little songbird and take her for a ride to the top of the world now, to the top of the world. Oh, 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 Thank you. I think we'll do Heavenly Day and then Angel. Yeah. We're going to do one more Patty Griffin song for you. Oh, heavenly day, all the clouds blew away. Got no trouble today with anyone. Smile on your face. I live only to see. It's enough for me, baby. It's enough for me. Oh, heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day. Tomorrow may rain with sorrow. There's a little time we can borrow. Forget all your troubles in these moments so few. Only the one thing, the only thing, and all we really need to do is have ourselves a heavenly day. Lay here and watch the trees sway. Oh, for a while anyway. For a while anyway. Heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day. One on my shoulders, bringing me fears. I got no cloud up above me, bringing me tears. Got nothing to tell you, I got nothing much to say. Only I'm glad to be here with you on this heavenly, 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 heavenly day. Oh, all the troubles gone away. Oh, for a while anyway. For a while anyway. Heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day. Oh, heavenly day.
thank you to Patty Griffin for being such a good songwriter.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance.
Okay, I'm ready. Gary wanted, I was like, I'm ready to do 3 songs. Gary said 5. I'm like, okay, 5. So we're going to throw these in the middle. All right, Sarah McLaughlin, come on, don't let me down. That was the third one, really? Oh, Gary. I'm so sorry, Gary. Please let me stay. All right, here we go.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for the break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to not feel good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, and weightless, and maybe find some peace tonight in the arms of the angels. Fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. We are pulled from the wreckage of your silent revelry. You're in the arms of the angels. May you find some comfort here. And all of life breathing for that second chance. Memories seep from my veins. People's deep distance. Keep on building the lives that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference. Escaping one last time. It's easier to believe in the sweet madness. Oh, this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees in the arms
Thank you. This is so much fun. Thank you all for coming. Gary Kanter and JW. I'm just going to call him JW. Are going to play after us. So do you guys want to hear the song I'm not so sure I want to play? Yeah, you guys did. You guys like that, don't you? Okay, so this song was written by the Dixie Chicks, and I'm going to play it. Is Clint still in here? I'm going to play it a little louder than I played everything else tonight. So the last one I'm going to play louder too. So do you want to turn my guitar down a little? No? Oh, God. Okay. We'll be fine. Okay. So this song was written by the Dixie Chicks, and just a little history. They were doing a show in Texas back when Bush was president, and they made a little comment about it, and literally all hell broke loose, and they wrote this song, and you will never hear it on the radio, ever. So we play it all the time, even though we can barely play it, but we're getting better. So
We hope.
well, I'm getting better, yeah. Forget sounds good. Yeah, I'm not sure. They say time heals everything, but I'm still waiting. I'm through with doubt. There's nothing left for me to figure out.
still waiting. Okay, for our last song, we're going to do an original. Woo! We're going to rock out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then is Gary, are you coming up next or JW coming up next? JW? And then JW is going to come up and rock the house again.
Maybe.
Or whatever.
In his own way.
In his own way, yeah.
In my mind.
With our hearts. Yeah, that's right. Like the heartbeat. Okay. I'm afraid to know how much I like you. I'm afraid to find out what you think of me. And I'd like to tell you how I feel about you, baby. Would you consider my company? Think I found my way around that last corner. Think I finally killed a ghost out of misery. Your voice, the way it makes me ponder. Love the way you smile and all that good energy. Wanna say yes, wanna be a part of you. This story, saying no to all that other baby would. We're ready, wanna say yes, wanna be a part of you. This story. Can't tell which way the wind is blowing, but I really like what I've been seeing. We've been hanging for just a little while. Tell me, do you know you like what's happening? Try not to think too much about it, God, I really do enjoy all your mystery. Try not to think too much about it, got an open mind for all the good we will see. Wanna say yes, wanna be a part of you. This story, saying no to all that other baby would. We're ready, wanna say yes, wanna be a part of you. This story. I'm afraid to know how much I like you. I'm afraid to find out what you think of me. And I'd like to tell you how I feel about you, baby. Would you consider my company? Think I found my way around that last corner. Think I finally killed that ghost out of misery. Try not to think too much about it. Got an open mind for all the good we will see. Wanna say yes, wanna be a part of you. This story, saying no to all that other baby would. We're ready, wanna say yes, wanna be a part of you. This story. And thank you, Kevin Oakes, for joining me. Thank you, Clint, for sound. And be a couple minutes until we bring JW, so have some coffee and have a sandwich. What's that? What did he say?
Prices going up because of the drought in the Midwest. We're a bit worried about that. And hi, Hank. What a surprise to see you. And But with the corn prices, you might think that it's going to affect ethanol and affect cars in the long run. And Gary thinks because he drives an inexpensive Hyundai that he'll be immune to that. But I read in Popular Science this week that Hyundais are made out of corn. So I'm not so sure, Gary. And Gary was very excited when he got his Hyundai because the previous owner said it doesn't burn any oil. And he was pretty excited about that. He thought the engine was in pretty good shape. And turned out, and he looked at the owner's manual a couple weeks later, it's made out of corn. It burns butter. So that's the problem there. So.
What are you jokes made of?
Corn. Yes, sort of. Here's a little song that you can help me with. So. Is this a vegetarian joint? Because I don't want to offend anybody. Okay. The dentist sure made faces, raise another pig. The poor kid's got to have braces, we'll raise another pig. This grocery bag is lighter than air. I bought the bus or they raised the fare. Great big holes in my underwear. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. Raise another pig. Raise another pig. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. The new car's broke and we'll give it back. Raise another pig. Put the pieces in a sack, raise another pig. It's 1 month old and guaranteed. More good parts on a centipede. More damn fun than a pig to feed. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. Raise another pig. Raise another pig. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. I went to pay my mortgage, raise another pig. The bank said there's a shortage, raise another pig. I sold the kids and I sold the car. I kept the dog and the old guitar. The wife ran off, but she can't get far. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. Raise another pig. Raise another pig. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. When it comes to health care, raise another pig. You might as well not be here, raise another pig. The doctor said it's just your heart. We can off one pig and get the part. Bring the pig in a shopping cart. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. Raise another pig. Raise another pig. We can almost make it to Wednesday if we raise another pig. It doesn't get any more difficult than that, so. Cowboys on the skyline, would you let me ride along? Wearing my Stetson cowboy hat, singing my songs when you ride, without sound. Do the horses ever touch the ground? I don't believe they do, yet I believe in you. Cowboys on the skyline. Do you hold your dreams inside? If your pony should stumble, would you lose your pride when you ride in the night? Do you ever wish for light? Oh, if I only knew, might still believe in you. Cowboys on the skyline, tumbleweed and purple sage, silhouettes and saddles, right across that stage, and paint and roam, skin and bone. Ragged ponies stumble with their riders gone. We're riding same as you, all fading cowboys too. Orderly, 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 oh. Thank you. Well, I was southbound. I grabbed a slow freight. I dove right through that boxcar door. There were polar bears among the old men, playing cards down on that boxcar floor. It was a quiet game. The stakes were very high. The old man played to win. The bears just played for food. They said the seals are gone, there is no ice floe. We had to pack our grip and move along. I am a passenger on the last train of a disappearing railway. You got to ride, you got to ride, you got to ride. Out where the rocky streams fall down the mountainside, bears wade in and salmon spawn. Their bodies fed the young, then came the concrete dam, made it hard for a fish to carry on. Just one kind favor the salmon ask of you, now that you know, now that you see. It's been a part of life, been there for centuries. See that my birthplace and grave are kept clean. I am a passenger on the last train of a disappearing railway. You got to ride, you got to ride, you got to ride. How the rock, the Ocean Boulevard, rockin', I'll get it. The Ocean Boulevard. I'll just go to the last verse here. The Ocean Boulevard, crowded shipping lane, the gray whale taught her calf to breach. Done by sonar waves, the whales ran aground, slowly died upon that beach. And at the funeral, the blue whale spoke his mind, said, I'm searching for a wholesome meal. I work for sandwiches, I work for plankton, I dream of deep seas filled with krill. I am a passenger on the last train of a disappearing railway. You got to ride, you got to ride, you got to ride. And there were mergansers, there were marlets, all riding on that southbound freight. Some were very weak, some were black with oil, and for some that rescue came too late. Where are we going? Asked the old penguin. I've never traveled south before. We are not going far, answered the eagle. We are riding in that final car. I am a passenger on the last train of a disappearing railway. You got to ride, you got to ride, you got to ride. You got to ride, you got to ride, you got to ride. Well, Jim went down to the market, guitar by his side. If he had a mean thought inside his head, he was not gonna let it ride. Looking for a place to sing, his heart began to shout. New song on his lips, that old heart gave out. When you come to the end of the day and the light of the sun slips away, though you've done your best, you must leave the rest to the ones who tend to your grave. Woodrow Wilson Guthrie, there's so much of you remains. Farms lost to the Dust Bowl, friends gone down in flames. Your lesson was so simple when they called them deportees. You can label them, you can number them, but people still have names when you come the end of the day and the light of the sun slips away. Though you've done your best, you must leave the rest to the ones who tend to your grave. We're not marching anymore, we got volunteers. Just dumb luck or fortune, the bombs aren't falling near. Phil Oakes left a legacy, I hear him loud and clear. Lose your apathy, lose your hatred, do it while you're here. when you come to the end of the day, and the light of the sun slips away. Though you've done your best, you must leave the rest to the ones who tend to your grave. Poets of the people, breathing dead and gone. Some were just good friends of mine, some with more renown. Ride the goodnight loving trail, blow the harp until the dawn. Somewhere on a freight train, a Utah Phillips song, when you come to the end of the day, and the light of the sun slips away. Though you've done your best, you must leave the rest to the ones who tend to your grave. Okay? One more? No, I didn't do my seven. I've lost track, actually. Oh, okay. I have a little tuning issue here for a second. It's all right. Those ninth chords bring out all the... There it is. It's on the B chord. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's all it took. The dang B string. Yeah. I need a lazy woman, lay around the house with me. I don't want nobody when I lay around to make me feel guilty. I don't want nobody with some energy. I want her to move slow, slower than me. I need a lazy woman, lay around the house with me. You know, once I had a woman, let me tell you, she was too darn fast for me. She would set her alarm. She would never, ever let it ring. Even if I was to set the alarm, I wouldn't get up. If the bed was warm, I need a lazy woman, lay around the house with me. Now you lazy, lazy people, up the lazy river with you. I'd like to get us all together, we could all hang around with nothing to do. Once I had a notion to get up and work. It was in the middle of the night. It was much too dark, so I just went back to bed. I never did nothing at all. Now, I don't want to argue, but I don't believe that industry pays. 'Cause you see, you can lose your money and your honey and your vitalest organs can go separate ways. I suppose it's human to be in the race, but don't forget where that turtle placed. Anyways, living or dying, you're bound to do some laying around. I need a lazy woman, lay around the house with me. I don't want nobody when I lay around to make me feel guilty. I don't want nobody with some energy. I want her to move slow, slower than me. I need a lazy woman, lay around the house with me. I roll around in my rolls. I owns the park where I strolls. Just a multi-trillionaire. I got my own private plane. I go to France and to Spain if I want to. I don't want to. After all, it's just another one to me. Like all the others, I don't need it. And besides, just another one to see. And I've seen it all before. Like the wind that blows. Life is cheap, God only knows. Got my own private room. I got my own special spoon for my Wheaties and caviar. I wear a suit every day. Oh, then I throw it away. With the pockets still full of chains. After all, it's just a bunch of ones to me. Like all the others, I don't need it. And besides, just another one to see. And I've seen it all before. Like the wind that blows. Life is cheap, God only knows. When I lose at the game, I sit at home and remain in the corner, in the dark. Oh, maybe then I'll pretend if I could see you again. Oh, simply boring for a lark. After all, you're just another one to me. No, I don't mean that anymore. And besides, you're just another one like me. Haven't you seen my face before? Like the wind that blows. Life is cheap, God only knows. This is a song about our wayward cat. Blue was a midnight traveler, stealing food, sleeping by the light of the day. Blue was a lonesome son of a gun, who knows what or why made him run astray. Old Tom bit his ear off, fighting and fussing and going for the same dang mouse. Both of them sleeping out under the trees, hoping for a friendly house. Won't you come on, Blue? I got a warm fire, Mama's got a meal for you. Sleep at my feet at the foot of the bed, part of the family too. Won't you come on, Blue? Life has a funny way of catching up and slowing you down. Frost is a-crawling up over the ledge, winter is coming around. Storms, floods, raging fires, fate is a big unknown. You can lose your house in many ways, you can lose your way back home. Blue is a cat, blue is a dog, blue is a sly fox sleeping out under the bridge. No one never gonna tie him down, no other way to live. Won't you come on, Blue? I got a warm fire, Mama's got a meal for you. Sleep at my feet at the foot of the bed, part of the family too. Won't you come on, Blue? Life has a funny way of catching up and slowing you down. Frost is a-crawling up over the ledge, winter is coming around. Blue got trapped one night in a greenhouse shed. I walked in and there he was, sleeping on a spinach bed. I looked at him and he looked at me and I was just staring him down. Blue began to realize the old cat had been found. Won't you come on, Blue? I got a warm fire, Mama's got a meal for you. Sleep at my feet at the foot of the bed, part of the family too. Won't you come on, Blue? Life has a funny way of catching up and slowing you down. Frost is a-crawling up over the ledge, winter is coming around. Hey, what a pleasure to be here. What a nice place. Enjoyed the lovely singing of Anita Ensley, and I should just call her A, right? A-E or something like that. I see her back there. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks, Yuri. Thanks. We all set? Okay. Oh, a 10-minute break? All right. We're going to take a 10-minute break.
You did very well.
That's pretty professional of me.
MC duties too, huh?
Child, you done built your wall so high, can't no man rise above. Way up in the sky, my baby, can't nobody get your love. Honey, I came to your house, 'cause we had a date. Told your mom to tell me you weren't home. I knew she was lying. I took round the back. You was on the kitchen on the phone. Oh, baby. I can't eat my breakfast, my dinner spoiled too. Won't you come on, babe, do like you said? Won't you tell me, darling, you gone away to school? Why you leave me here, girl, leave me there? Child, you done built your wall so high, can't no man rise above her. Way up in the sky, my baby, can't nobody get your love. Oh, baby. Well, can't nobody get your love. Can't nobody get your love. Child, can't nobody get your love.
Hey there, Annie. Your sister pinned a rose on me. I'm looking at your pawn shop list, wondering what I'll give for it. 1,000 days upon my path, 1,000 nights out my back. All I have is what you see. Gladly lay it at your feet. The rooted talk of rail, the innocent speak of jail. Nothing's as it appears, but everybody whispers here. The fool doesn't make it gold, truth doesn't make it told. Well, hey there, Annie, don't look too close at me. I can't explain the shapes I take up. It's ever-changing, endless, wanton, pour deeply in cups of nothing. Hey, Annie, I got worry wrapped around me. I'm looking at your flowing hair, wishing I was woven there. Weariness upon my path, 1,000 troubles at my back, but I would trade endlessly. You sang a lullaby to me. Fortune tellers reading wrong, Harlequin future palm. Beside heavy stone they sit, whereupon nothing's written. All they can do is guide, hope it manifests. But I know, Annie, you can tell us how it'll be. Singing eyes are drawn. Head
It's very good with mustard. I prefer bovine blood. 9 out of 10 dentists prefer bovine blood. God knows why. See,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome to the stage Gary Kanter and his field guitar.
thank you. I always ask John, JW, to do Blue, the song about the cat, because I've got a dog song that I respond with. And that'll come later, because we've got a brand new dog story that happened today that's going to knock everybody's socks off. I died in my sleep. I went up to the pearly gates. St. Peter met me there. He said, "Sorry, son, you're gonna have to wait." He conferred with Jerry Falwell and some clergy types that I did not know. He said, "Sorry, son, to tell you this. You're going down below." Devil met me there, and he handed me a drink. He said, "You're gonna love it here, regardless what the upstairs neighbors think. There's lots of happy souls up here waiting for you to arrive, to join our little bash, the likes of which you never saw when you were alive. And it's a hell of a party. It's still going on. Mama, don't you weep for me now that I am dead and gone. It's a hell of a party to celebrate my fall. Best part of the party is we're never gonna hear the words last call. John Lennon played guitar, Paganini bowed the violin, Lenny Bruce did my eulogy, and George Carlin waved me in. Caruso sang from Figaro, and Lady sang the blues. Ella sang some scat. Phil Oakes sang the news. The great W.C. Fields was right at home behind the bar. Orson Welles filmed it all right at home behind a big Cuban cigar. Ginger said to Fred, "Now you know just how it feels, doing everything I had to do backwards and in." Debbie? High heels. I always like to do that because it shows how old everybody is, the ones who know it. It's a hell of a party. It's still going on. Mama, don't you weep for me now that I am dead and gone. It's a hell of a party to celebrate my fall. And the best part of the party is we're never gonna hear the words last call. I walked out in the garden. I never, ever, ever was so glad. Waiting for me there was every single dog I ever had. They ran around for hours, each one as frisky as a pup. Miracle of miracles, there was nothing to clean up. Jesus came post-Christmas. He was exhausted from the praise. He joined Moses on the golf course. He'd been there since the high holy days. Jesus could not sink a single putt to save his soul. So he ditched his clubs and walked across the water right to the 19th hole. Mark Twain and Kurt Vonnegut were busy making each other laugh. Joe Hill and Mother Jones were busy organizing the staff. There's a million tales to tell. Right now I have got to go. You see, it's getting late, and I've got a date with Marilyn Monroe. It's a hell of a party. It's still going on. Mama, don't you weep for me now that I am dead and gone. It's a hell of a party to celebrate my fall. Best part of the party is we're never, ever, 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 ever gonna hear last call. Thank you. So earlier this year, my wife Mary and I were laid up with the flu, and we had nothing better to do, or we weren't able to do anything better than watch the Republican primary debates, which is kind of like treating your disease with leeches. Yeah. And in self-defense, to keep my head from exploding, I ended up writing a whole bunch of songs. And for some reason, they all had Jesus and death in them. This is one of the songs that came out of the great Republican debates. He wants to do it with her. She wants to do it with him. They want to do it with each other, but the prospects are pretty dim. Their boss has religious objections. He knows very well if employers offer workers birth control, the world's gonna go to hell. She wants to do it with him. He wants to do it with her. They want to do it with each other. So to the gospel they defer. As Jesus said to the apostles from the book of birth control, even if you waste just a single drop of sperm, I'm going to waste your soul. Excuse me. Tell them I'm not here. Where was I? I want to do it with me. I want to do it alone. Maybe with a babe in cyberspace or a cougar on the phone. I talked it over with my pastor. He said, don't be a fool. Once your hand drops below your belt, you'll be playing with Satan's tool. He wants to do it with him. She wants to do it with her. They want to do it with each other. The rest you can infer. But as I think it over, if the truth be told, even if you don't approve of what they're gonna do, at least they won't be using birth control. Thank you. Yes, it's been a tough political year. It's not over yet. Right. Found out this year, well, we didn't find out this year, but became very publicized this year that the Mormons were baptizing everybody after death. It's called being baptized posthumously. And it includes people from my tribe, people who were Auschwitz victims, and people who were Auschwitz survivors. And so I decided, since I'm a songwriter, I'm going to get back at these people by writing a song about it. That's how we do it. I don't want to go to Mormon heaven. I just want to sleep when I'm dead. I just want to rest in peace when the grass grows over my head. Don't baptize me posthumously. I love that lyric. When was the last time you heard that in a song? Baptize me posthumously. I have a different ending plan. I can't be in an eternity without a latte stand. I don't want to go to Mormon heaven. I could not be that good. I'd probably offend everyone up there every chance I could. I'd write tasteless jokes. I'd sing tasteless songs about everything I heard and saw. Like to me, polygamy just means a whole bunch of mothers-in-law. Well, maybe I can go to Mormon heaven. Maybe I can try it for a while. Mormons go through life so cheerfully. Mormons always seem to smile. We can reach an accommodation. This is where it's at. I'm gonna go to Mormon heaven if Mormons play tit for tat. I want to go to Mitt Romney's bar mitzvah and Donny Osmond's wake, and Marie will be facing east towards Mecca when in her prayers she does partake. The tabernacle choir shall sing of Buddha in that grand and majestic way they do. And Brigham Young will be among the ones we call Hindu. Nah, I don't want to go to Mormon heaven when my race is run. I'd rather go down below. I think I'd have more fun. Don't baptize me by proxy. That's how they actually do it. They actually have somebody else stand in for the corpse, and that person goes into the trough. Yeah. Don't baptize me by proxy. If the truth be said, I don't want to go to Mormon heaven. All in all, I'd rather be dead. Thank you. Okay, Karen? Who? Mine? Oh, God. That was our daughter on the phone. There's always one crisis after another. It's like he lives on the corner, preaching the gospel. Just like he learned from the folks at the mission, he speaks of redemption, human condition, for the need to atone. Basks in the glow of kingdom come. Nobody listens to this preacher, this bum. Everybody's worried about finding their own direction home. And the truth shall set you free. Only if you want to be. He knows beyond all doubt and certainty. Jesus Christ died for you and me. Last night at the shelter, we had the same dream. One about the high school baseball team. Should have been the greatest joy his young life had known. Smacking the ball to wide open spaces and cracking a smile as he circled the bases. But as usual, he woke, forever reaching home. And the truth shall set you free. Only if you want to be. He knows beyond all doubt and all certainty. Jesus Christ died for you and me. Tonight he knows he's going to have the other dream. Serving on the other team. We're visiting the remnants of a free fire zone. Walking through the faces of women and kids. Dear God, how could you let us do what we did? Stares down the barrel of his weapon and wonders about home. And the truth shall set you free. Only if you want to be. He knows beyond all doubt and certainty. Jesus Christ died for you and me. It's like he lives on the corner, preaching the gospel, It's like he learned from the folks at the mission. Speaks of redemption, human condition, casting of the first stone. And he speaks of the day not long gone by when he was living to drink and dying to get high. Before he found this corner of the world where he could be home. And the truth just set you free. Only if you wanna be. He knows beyond all doubt and certainty. Jesus Christ died for you and me. Thank you. Oh, I see the lovely and talented Dave Goldberg just walked in. Dave is from Pacific Music right across the street, where I purchase all of my strings and other equipment. I get $2 every time I endorse Pacific Music. I smoke them. He smokes them. It's an old movie. He comes on the radio like he is holding court. Politicians call him up to beg for his support. They bow and scrape before him as befits their royalty. He's the king of right-wing radio, high priest of the GOP. Rush is a four-letter word. It's the dirtiest word that I have ever heard. Somewhere between obscene and absurd. Rush is a four-letter word. He's got no use for immigrants, they're a dark cloud on the land. Got no use for nothing, don't put money in his hand. They're all a bunch of welfare cheats and criminals and thugs who can't afford a housekeeper to go and score their drugs. Rush is a four-letter word. Dirtiest word that I have ever heard. Somewhere between obscene and absurd. Rush is a four-letter word. He says, holy matrimony enriches all our lives. If you don't believe him, just ask his 3 ex-wives. Maybe he'll get lucky with this new gal that he's wed. Maybe she can give him more than just ditto head. Nobody gets that? Rush is a four-letter word. I thought this was supposed to be an intelligent audience. Dirtiest word I have ever heard. Somewhere between obscene and absurd. Rush is a four-letter word. Ditto head. I like it. It is good. It is good. It's a classical joke. See, his followers are called ditto heads. So I used it as a sexual reference, which is probably why you people don't understand it. He claims that global warming is a democratic plot. Equal opportunity is socialistic rot. And if gays can go get married, well, that's going way too far. 'Cause he hates homosexuals, but loves that big cigar. Rush is a four-letter word, dirtiest word that I have ever heard. Somewhere between obscene and absurd, rush is a four-letter word. Thank you. August 24th, right here at the evening of August 24th, there will be a benefit for the Eastside Homeless, Homeless Outreach. It's Mr. Joe Ingram, who is the program, and there will be a whole evening of music and mishigas, whatever, and yeah, then I have to go to the airport to pick up my daughter. My daughter, the lawyer. My daughter, the lawyer, is coming. No, Joe, you don't have to come up here. Tavern is closing, the people had fun. They laughed and they cried and they hollered, well done. You sang 'em happy, you sang 'em sad. They're leaving good, you're leaving bad. Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home to that place in your head where you go. You're all alone with all the music in there to pick and to choose. Still haven't found a song for your own brand of blues. Played 'em your song, played your guitar, excuse me. You played 'em your song. Even the drunks at the bar were singing along. Beer can you're holding won't cover the frown as the bar stools go up and spirits come down. Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home to that place in your head where you go. You're all alone with all of the music in there to pick and to choose. Still haven't found a song for your own brand of blues. So you sing in the taverns, the bars, out on the street, and you never look into the faces of those that you meet. 'Cause you're tired of hearing, hey man, you're gonna go far, when they don't know how far that you've come just to be where you are. Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home to that place in your head where you go when you're all alone. All of the music in there to pick and to choose. Still haven't found a song for your own brand of blues. All of the music in there to pick and to choose. You still haven't found a song for your own brand of blues. Thank you. I am very proud of Washington State for enacting marriage equality, and I'm very proud of my home state of New York for enacting marriage equality. But neither state has gone far enough. It took the Roberts Court in the Citizens United case to do what the states could not do and enable people like me to come out of the closet. I am a corporate sexual. A practicing corporate sexual. Not to be confused with a corporate whore. There's enough of those around. I had the pleasure and honor of singing at a wedding last week at Westlake. It was the marriage of a woman named Angela Vogel to a corporate person. And it was a remarkable ceremony. It was actually performed by a minister. After which we had a procession to King County Administration Building where they actually issued a license that says Angela Vogel and corporate person. And so it's legal. And I admire her. She found corporate person right away. It took me a while, and this is the story of how I met my real true love. Sorry, Mary. She's heard it all before. I read the report. Our nation's highest court finally ruled for the common good, granting corporations, despite your protestations, full-fledged personhood. Some met this decision with scorn and derision, but I'm as happy as can be. Court says it's okay, so my plans are underway. I'm gonna marry G.E. Before I was sure, I dated some more, just to see to whom to give my heart. Nordstrom was a snob, Kmart was a slob, Barnes and Noble was too smart, Planter was a nut, Fabergé was a slut. I was stuck with the check by AIG. Walmart was cheap, Halliburton was a creep. I'm gonna marry G.E. Thank you, Scalia, for my Academia. We're hoping to see ya real soon. We hope that you're heading here for the wedding, but not for the honeymoon. We'll be happy as can be, me and my G.E. Who could ask for more? We'll live the corporate life as husband and wife and make all our love offshore. Pfizer was on drugs, Microsoft had bugs, and Eli Lilly was on grass. Kraft were all those brands, Allstate had bad hands, and ExxonMobil gave me gas. Blue Cross made me sick, I had a close shave with Bic, and Comcast ran off with NBC. Chrysler was broke, Pepsi was on Coke. I'm gonna marry G.E. Thank you, Scalia, for my Academia. We're hoping to see you real soon. We hope that you're heading here for the wedding, but not for the honeymoon. We'll be happy as can be, me and my G.E. Who could ask for more? We'll live the corporate life as husband and wife. Make all our love offshore. Estee Lauder was too bold, Sears was too old. Pillsbury Doughboy was too round. Michelin was tired. Cisco was wired. Delta never got me off the ground. J.P. Morgan was too big. Coke Industries, a pig. My search narrowed extensively. Boeing wouldn't fly. All Fox News could do was lie. I'm gonna marry G.E. Thank you, Scalia, for my academia. We're hoping to see you real soon. We hope that you're heading here for the wedding, but not for the honeymoon. We'll be happy as can be, me and my G.E. Who could ask for more? We'll live the corporate life as husband and wife and raise little dividends offshore. Thank you. Dog story. So, we're out in front of our house today talking to a friend, and our neighbor who lives in the next house has this beautiful golden lab, and he occasionally gets out, and I turned around, I saw him hanging out in front of the house, and our neighbor was gone. So I went and grabbed the leash and went after him, and he starts leading me on a merry chase around the neighborhood. And I finally got him in front of these people's home. And one of them said, well, I thought that was our dog. I said, no, it's my neighbor's dog. And he came home with us, and we put him in the yard with our dogs. And then he was making too much of a racket, so Mary took him home to his yard. And a little while later, he's barking like crazy. A little while later, I get a call from the neighbor. He's just gotten home. He says there's a strange dog in his yard. He's got his dog with him. So his dog's name is Buck. So we took Molly, which was the name on her tag, which we could have read, over to the house where Molly lived. I knock on the door, and this woman opens the door, and I said, I think I went off with your dog today. And she goes, I thought you were doing that, but then my husband said, no, he's got a dog who looks just like our dog. So that brings me to my song about my dog Kelly, who in effect got me back into playing music and singing. After a 30-year or so critically acclaimed hiatus. Nothing like getting a new dog to get your juices flowing. And I always have to do this after JW does his song about Blue, because dogs deserve not just equal time, but more time than cats. And he's got a cat named Blue, and I always say this, a cat named Blue is an abomination. Sorry, Yvonne, I had to say it. I have a cat named Blue. It doesn't work. Sorry. Maybe it works like in Stanwood, but not here. They don't mind if you smoke. Tell a dirty joke about the amount in your bank account, if you're flush or if you're broke. They don't care about your breed, your mixed blood or pedigree. You'll always be just what they need. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. They'll love you for free and unconditionally. Life goes better with a dog. They don't care if you're black or white. They don't care if you're straight or gay. To which God you pray, for whom you vote, or who you quote, or if you ain't got nothing to say. They don't care if you're black or white, red or yellow, or dark or light. You'll always be their special sight. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. I love you for free and unconditionally. Life goes better with a dog. They don't care if you're a woman or man, drive a car or truck or a van. If you've got hair or you're challenged up there, or you're a New York Yankees fan. They don't care if you rent or own, share a place or live alone. They'll stick with you like a dog on a bone. Thank you. I'm an old man. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. I love you for free and unconditionally. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. Life goes better with a dog. Thank you. Okay, I can do one more. Any requests? Don't do one more. Okay. Well, maybe I'll do another one for my Death in Jesus series. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Back 4 years ago when Governor Mitt Romney was running for president, remember those days? He was asked why any of his 5 sons, big strapping guys, were not in the army, in the service, fighting in Iraq like other people's sons. And he said, well, they feel like they're serving their country by working on my campaign. And he was ridiculed for that. And I couldn't understand that because he was right. The military is not the only place to show bravery. And so this is a song about Mitt's sons. Campaign soldiers in the field never stumble, never yield. Full of passion, full of poise, the ones they call the Romney boys. Trained to watch each other's back in Iowa, not in Iraq. Once their guns were only toys, that was close enough for the Romney boys. Through the rain, the wind and snow, in 4-wheel drive and Winnebago, they will be where Dad deploys his traveling sons, those Romney boys. Back at the hotel, a mother waits. Her Romney sons are campaigning late. They are her pride, they are her joys. May God protect my Romney boys. have achieved their first big goal. The Romney dad won the straw poll. Hear the thunder, hear the noise of those heck-raising Romney boys. So it's onward to the east, the belly of the liberal beast. Can New York City withstand these goys? This herd of locusts, these Romney boys, campaign soldiers in the field, never stumble, never yield. Full of passion, full of poise, the ones they call the Romney boys. Thank you. I'm just going to do one more, and this is one I'd like everybody to join me on. Tonight was supposed to be our traveling Joe Hill show, but due to some scheduling conflicts, we weren't able to do it. For those of you who don't know who Joe Hill was a member of the Industrial Workers of the World. He was a Swedish immigrant, and he was framed on a murder charge in Salt Lake City almost 100 years ago, and he was executed by firing squad. And he was the first person in the labor movement to write songs that became kind of like the anthem of the labor movement. And so he predated Woody Guthrie, and he predated Bob Dylan and all of those folks. And so what we've been doing is we've been traveling around with this show and celebrating not just Joe's music, but a history of labor and social justice, social movement songs from Joe's time to ours. And when Joe was waiting in prison to be executed, he sent a letter to his friend Bill Hayward, Big Bill Hayward, who was the Secretary General of the Wobblies. And he said, "Don't mourn, organize." And another thing he said, too, was, after I'm dead, it's only about 100 miles to the Wyoming border. Drag me over there, because I don't want to be found dead in Utah. And he was, according to his wishes, he was cremated, and he had a big funeral in Chicago. There were thousands and thousands of people there, and they took his ashes and put them in little packets. And they spread the ashes over every state in the Union except one, Utah. So this is a song that I wrote for that show, and I want everybody to join me when the chorus comes around. When the boss comes around to cut your pay and your health care benefits fly away and you feel like you just swallowed a pretty bitter pill. No time to moan or boo-hoo-hoo. Here's the thing that you should do. Listen to the words of old Joe Hill. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. When the governor says we no longer can fund your union's health care plan and sends the legislature that little bill, stand up straight and stand up tall. Can you say the word recall? And recall the words of old Joe Hill. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. When you hear the views spewed on Fox News, no call to be singing the blues, 'cause they don't get it and they never will. Drown them out in Union song. Sing it loud and proud and strong. Take a music lesson from old Joe Hill. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. I couldn't hear anybody on that, even myself. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. I'm not going to let anybody leave until we do this one more time. I'm a union man. American Federation of Musicians, along with my brother JW here. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. Don't mourn, organize. Don't mourn, organize. Thank you. August 8th, by the way, my other union brother, Steve Beck, and I will be playing at the community barbecue for Karen Porterfield, who is going to be our next congresswoman from the 8th Congressional District and finally replace the sheriff. There's going to be a new sheriff in town. So that's going to be at the at Central Park. We're going to play Central Park in Issaquah. But it's Issaquah Highlands. It's going to be August 8th from 3 to about 7 or 8. So come on down, and there's a suggested donation of $8 for the 8th Congressional District. So that's pretty good for a good feed. So we'll see you then. Thanks for coming down. Solidarity. I never plugged in. And look cool. Right.